Hello, everyone. This is Wayne Bennett with RangeMe and ECRM, and I'm very excited to announce today the launch of US Open Call, Walmart's Open Call, which is now in its 12th year. And with me today is the business leader responsible for Open Call. Joining me today is Jason Fremstad, who is the Senior Vice President of Supplier Development for Walmart Sourcing. And we're going to have a quick chat about what to expect at this year's Open Call. So Jason, welcome back. Good to see you. And how you doing?
Well, first of all, good morning, Wayne. Thanks for having me back. Excited today's the day where we kick off Open Call applications for now the 12th time. So I'm doing great. I'm excited to talk to you again. I appreciate you taking the time.
Jason, I appreciate it as well. So Jason, let's get into this. So why is Open Call such an important opportunity for emerging brands today?
Yeah, first off, I want to start with, as we said, this is the 12th Open Call event we've had, but this is also, this year celebrates the 40th anniversary of when Mr. Sam started his Bring It Back to the US program, where he challenged the company and really the industry to bring more US manufacturing back and to create new US manufacturing. So, with that, we have had, goals over the years. Our current goal started in 2021, where we said we'd invest $350 billion in US manufacturing. We think that'll create around 750,000 jobs. And then each year, to highlight that commitment, as well as to continue to invest in US manufacturing, we host Open Call. So why it's so important is because this is the event where we open up the door, and from an application standpoint, for small, medium, and even large suppliers to come pitch directly to Walmart merchants, Sam's Club merchants. And as you know, last year, we've included some merchants from Walmart Canada and Walmart Mexico to talk to US manufacturers. And so for us, it's just this really unique experience where we get to see these great new companies that maybe we haven't seen before, or maybe they have a new idea, and they get to talk directly to the decision makers at Walmart US and Sam's Club. So really excited that today kicks off the application period. And every year we get excited to see what's going to come our way and see all of the suppliers that are going to look for the opportunity to pitch to us directly.
Yeah, no, Jason, really, it's a spectacular event. And for brands that have been there, you know what we're talking about. And for brands out there that have interest in applying, they should apply and hopefully get invited back to Bentonville. So with that, Jason, if a brand does get invited back, what does the experience look like for a participating brand? Can you explain a little bit about the process and what they can expect at Open Call?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you hit it right on the head. Like we want to start with just apply. And so any entrepreneurs that are seeing this today, whether, again, you're small, medium, large size company, and you're not currently working with Walmart, or you're working with Walmart in a capacity that you want to expand that work that you're doing potentially into new categories or into new, whether that's into stores or clubs, et cetera, but just apply. We want applications, as many as we can get. From there, our team, along with merchants, we sift through those applications. And when we sift through those applications, we're looking for great businesses that we think could be successful with Walmart, Sam's Club, or on Walmart.com, and then of course Marketplace. And so once the application process starts, we go through everything, and then applications that are chosen to come to Bentonville, we do our best to support that journey. So before the Open Call event that happens, we'll have webinars, we'll have mentoring sessions, we'll provide as much support we can through things like Supplier Academy, Grow With Us, our new program that supports small businesses. But we really want to make sure suppliers are really ready to work with Walmart. And so we do that as we start, is really getting them together, getting them prepared, ensuring that we're answering all of their questions, and really just doing all we can to set them up for success on the open call day.
Yeah. And Jason, I just wanted to let the audience know that not only are you leading and your team is responsible for open call, but also too creating supplier excellence within Walmart.
Supplier excellence within Walmart. So I want to make sure we clarify. So that's a specific group that sits within Walmart US. So Jacqueline Lomax's team leads that. And their group will also provide support. And where they really help out is once a supplier gets to the agreement phase, they really help. They have a team called Supplier Administration. They do great work on helping suppliers. The team, there's another team that sits within Supplier Excellence, Sherry Singh's team, and they lead small business supplier development as well. And I mentioned the Grow With Us program, and they're leading the Grow With Us program, which is brand new to Walmart. We just launched it a few months ago now, and it's awesome. It's a program that focuses on small businesses and how do we make sure that we're training them to become better small businesses. Yes. And so, as you know, we have programs like this in different parts of the globe, but this is the first time we've had this in the US. So we work collectively as a team to support suppliers. And so what suppliers will see throughout the journey, whether that's before, during, or after open call, you're going to be working with the right team at the right time that's going to help you be set up for success for being a Walmart or Sam's Club supplier.
Yeah. And Jason, in terms of supplier development and supplier excellence, can you share some, maybe one or two success stories of a brand that applied and broke through via open call?
Yeah, we've talked about this brand many times, but I'll bring it up once more, which is Athletic Brewing. Athletic Brewing came through open call in 2020. For those that don't know, they focus on non-alcohol craft beer. And at the time, that business wasn't significant, but what they, as a team figured out was there was this white space that customers did want a non-alc alternative, and they wanted something that tasted more like their favorite craft beer. So Athletic Brewing came through in 2020. I can't quote exactly the amount of barrels they were doing at the time, but the growth post-open call has been significant. I mean, they have really been huge supporters of open call and the opportunity that opened for them. They now sell in thousands of Walmart stores and have had incredible success. So I was going to talk about them. A couple new ones that to talk about. Ugly Company, great name.
Yep.
And Ugly Company, what they do is really unique and sustainable and great all around, which is they're taking fruit that potentially would have not made it to market from a fresh standpoint for a number of reasons, maybe from an appearance standpoint, et cetera, but perfectly healthy, great fruit that they dry and they have some fun with the name of the company, Ugly Company, because it's fruit that wasn't accepted to sell, on in the fresh aisle, but it's still perfectly great and healthy. And so they're creating this, fresh dried or this dried fruit solution that's now in Sam's Club and in Walmart, in different sizes, and just an amazing story, amazing company. A couple other ones really quickly. Yeah. And by the way, Ugly Company was just with us in DC. We had a fly-in event. We got to help introduce them to their Congress people, which was great. But then Smackin' Seeds is another one. They took the idea of sunflower seeds, which have been around obviously forever, turned it on its head, added these really cool flavors from ranch, barbecue, dill pickle, you name it. They even have I think it's a churro style or a cinnamon sugar style. And just really cool thing to see these young entrepreneurs bringing this to market. And again, they'll also be in Walmart. And then finally, Pop Daddy. So started as a popcorn supplier, actually, making popcorn in their basement, and then went that natural route to farmers markets, and then started to sell into small retail, came through open call, and now is selling in, I think, well over 1,000, I think 1,500 stores, if I remember correctly. They're pretzels and they're also popcorn. So they've expanded, but just a really cool story. I think, one thing I want to make sure, we get into, and this may be a question you have, Wayne, is we want suppliers to tell their story. What's really unique about open call is as merchants, you get to meet these entrepreneurs, again, small, medium, some of them large, they all have a story, and their story's all unique. And when you get to hear the story and you see that come to life in the product, many times that creates a really successful product. So for us, we want to hear the story. We want to know the differentiation they see, in their product and why they believe Walmart, Sam's Club customers and members will love it. And so that's really what they want. We want them to focus on when they have that opportunity to open call.
Jason, I was going to ask you the question to put on your merchant hat, because I know back in the day you were a merchant. So obviously storytelling is important. Is there any other bit of advice there from a merchant view that you may want to just share with these brands?
Yeah, I think, just knowing that merchants are always looking for the next great opportunity to serve customers. And we're always looking to try to find what will, excite our customers when they come into our stores. What can we get them in front of them that helps them, want to choose Walmart as their retailer of choice. And when you think about from a US manufacturing standpoint, we know, I think it's 85%, it's well over 80% of our customers, they want items that are made, grown, or assembled in the US. It's important to them that items are made in the US. They want to see that in our stores. And so Open Call brings, all these great things together where it's new, unique items that are made in the US, and that, we believe can fill this new, whether it's white space or this new demand that customers have. And the last thing I would say is entrepreneurs are closest to the customer. They have started their company because they've seen this need. And so coming back full circle, we want them to tell us about why do they think this need exists? What's the differentiation? And then tell us the story of how they created it.
Yeah. Jason, that's great. And I want to ask you, what is your message to small suppliers vis-a-vis how they may feel intimidated about doing business with Walmart?
Yeah.
Because what I find is that once you become a partner to Walmart, there's no one best in class.
Right.
So, but there is an intimidation factor leading up to that. What do you say to suppliers that might feel intimidated?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very normal feeling to have in working with Walmart or Sam's Club and the size and scale we are. I think first off, I think the last couple of years we have done our best to build support tools and teams to help entrepreneurs and small businesses be set up for success like they've never been before. So, I mean, we relaunched Supplier Academy. And Supplier Academy free. By the way, all of it, we've talked about these tools, Supplier Academy, Grow With Us, all free, all open to any supplier that wants to use them. And so that's an important part of it. We've created these support tools and teams that suppliers can reach out to, and they can use these tool sets that help them with Grow With Us become a better small business in general, just become a better entrepreneur, be more informed. We have a number of different trainings. And then with Supplier Academy, how to work with Walmart. And that starts from the very basics all the way through. So I would say first and foremost, there's now more tools and support than ever before when it comes to working with Walmart. But I think the one thing that's the most surprising when we tell suppliers is that you come to Open Call, or even if you just get the opportunity to pitch to a buyer at Walmart or Sam's, you're not expected to serve every store. You're not expected to supply every store right out of the gate. And so what's very important is suppliers are transparent on what they are capable of doing. And it is absolutely not even okay, but great if you can serve 100 stores or 50 stores or 500 stores. It is not a necessity to work with Walmart and serve all stores. Where we want to see suppliers set up for success. We want to see them have success, and then we want to see them grow from that success. It is so much better if a supplier starts with 50 stores and one day goes to 5,000 stores, then starts in 5,000 and ends up in 50. We want to grow with suppliers. That's important to us. That's important to suppliers. So for suppliers that are out there listening to this, apply, come take your shot, come talk to us, and know that we can start in a way with you that is supported in a way that allows you to grow with us. Because when you grow with us, that helps us grow as a company.
Right. And Jason, like in conclusion, the opportunity again is for American made, grown, or assembled
Yes, sir.
US manufacturers to apply to Open Call, which opens today.
That is
They
today.
can submit via the Range Me application on the landing page for Open Call. The merchants are actively, and your team is actively reviewing those submissions, selecting those to get invited back for a chance for what you call a golden ticket.
Yes, sir. That's
Yes.
exactly it. That's exactly it.
And for myself, who've been there, it's a great day. If this is if a new supplier is hearing about this for the first time, you should submit. We wish you lots of luck in the selection and application process. And if you get the announcement to come to Bentonville, you really should. So Jason, really fantastic discussion about Open Call. And before we leave, is there any final comments or anything you just want to add and conclude with?
Yeah, I want to just reiterate, Wayne, to all the entrepreneurs and business owners out there, apply. Please apply. We'd love to see you, in Bentonville, and we want to make sure that you are going for that opportunity to come talk to our merchants, our Walmart, Sam's Club merchants. And if you get the invite to attend, please do. Like we've talked about, the golden ticket is obviously what our the entrepreneurs and businesses are looking for. But know the way we build Open Call is that we want to make sure anyone that attends walks away with value. They walk away learning about the Walmart strategy. They hear from key leaders. They hear about what's important to us. A lot of times we have special guests that come and talk about specifics on entrepreneurs and just how to grow your business. And so we always want to make sure, first and foremost, that if you take the time to attend the event, that you leave knowing Walmart better, you understand our company better, our culture better, and that you hopefully just walk away being a fan of Walmart and then understand what it takes to do business with us. And so finally, there will be a link that's included with this video. That link will take you directly on how to apply. We'll be posting in any way we can think of, via LinkedIn, and our team will be posting. But we're going to do our best to really spread the message and make sure that we can get as many applicants as possible this year. And again, Wayne, thank you so much for ECRM support and all the support that you provide. And hopefully this is our biggest Open Call yet.
Jason, thank you so much again for the opportunity. I agree with everything you just said in terms of the experience and the opportunity for the suppliers to touch and get more insights and connectivity to Walmart at Open Call. Jason, thank you so much, and have a great day. I'm excited that today's the day to launch Open Call, the 12th annual.
Thank you, Wayne.
You got it. Thank you.